Welcome back, sort of, ish. So my last live stream, which was basically like an hour ago for me, I reattached the whole motherboard and hooked up all the wires. Wrong button. Wrong button again. I want to enable flash so I can see. So that worked, and the Ender 3 was running. However, I was getting a min temp error, and I could probably turn it on and show you now, but you could just watch my last live stream at the end. So yeah, so basically I just did a little bit of playing around. I discovered it's not the connector down there, which you can see, the one that's empty. It's not the connector itself. It is the thermistor. Somehow this is no good. Now, I do have a tiny piece of electrical tape wrapped around it because it looked like maybe the wires were touching or something, but that doesn't seem to have solved it. So, the wires do look pretty squished on the inside, so it's possible that something's wrong there. You know, I'm just gonna turn it on. I'm gonna plug it in and turn it on one more time, just so I can double check that it's not working as I thought correctly. Where'd the thing go? So, just gonna plug it in. I think that's plugged in. Turn it on. So you can see it's all running. It's all good. Nothing's exploding yet. And yeah, you can see error min temp. So what I actually have here, I have an OEM replacement. So I could use this, and I could just cannibalize the wires from this. It has the same connector, so I tested this. This works. However, what I also have here is a all-metal Hotend kit that I was going to upgrade to anyways, and here's the wires for that. So I just thought, you know what, why don't we just do the upgrade, and we'll... the only thing I need to test is if the all-metal one, which actually I might as well leave this plugged in for a bit, the all-metal thermistor works correctly. So this is the connector for it, and that slightly worries me because I don't know which way it goes in. But I'm presuming that these are colored the way they are because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, slightly worrisome, honestly. So take the old one out. And put the new one in hopefully the right way. Ah, slightly scary. And I really don't like the way this fits in here. It doesn't even really fit. It just kind of goes on the pins. So no clue if this will work. Should just be a temperature sensor on the end here. So it either works or it doesn't. And what do you know, it works. So if I put, actually I don't want to put my fingers over it because I don't want to put oil on it. So yeah, looks like that's actually good. So we're turning it off. So we're going to have to kind of hook this up right now. This piece is pretty loose. So, and you can see that it's actually not set up the right way. This actually should be turned 90 degrees like that to match. And just goes in just like that, right beside it. So, so the reason I think this is loose is probably because the Hotend on the inside is screwed all the way up, and I don't think it should be. It doesn't have the two stabilizing screws, as you can see. So my only other assumption is that this nozzle is not, like, it shouldn't be like that, right? Actually, don't know if this is 0.4. Okay, it is 0.4. It's very, very hard to see, but it does in fact say 0.4, But I have more 0.4 nozzles, so I mean it's not really a big deal. So hang on. For a moment, I need to get a wrench that fits this nozzle. That's too big. And that is also too big. What are two wrenches the same size? I also just have a spare thermistor, which might actually be the fastest solution to get all of this up and running. I'm not really sure how I'm going to wire it though. I have this. This is actually from my TiVo Tornado. It just literally just came with a spare thermistor, but the problem is it doesn't have a connector on the end. So I'll either have to cannibalize the current connector, which I mean, I guess is not really a big deal. It's just this little piece. But I'm not really sure how to crimp this wire in here. So I could do that. But rather than doing that, I'm gonna just do this whole assembly. And again, I have actually a spare nozzle, which I might just use for this particular job. Let's see here. So here's this. Here's the spare. What the heck? Here's the spare parts I got. So theoretically, this nozzle should work in this Hotend. Wrenches. That's what else I was looking for. Do I have a wrench that fits this thing? Good job. TiVo Tornado, by the way, is running really well. Have had a few issues here and there, but you know, it's mostly bed leveling. Just can't level the bed. No, this is too small. Ah. No, and there goes my phone. Okay, do I have one more wrench? In between size? I don't see it. Oh, is that the one I threw back? Okay, I will have to go get. I actually have clamps for here. So, I mean, these will do basically. It's the same idea. So what I'm going to do is just tighten it that way, and then I have to tighten this all the way. Just needs to be a little tighter. So now I'm loosening this. I think I'm just going to take it out. I don't know why it has all this white. Oh, jeez. I like it tighter. That's weird. Has all this white. I can only assume it's supposed to be there to kind of seal the nozzle. I don't know if I need this. So, just gonna get rid of that. Now this nozzle is basically brand new. It's probably fine. I can move through it. Which is so I'll probably keep this nozzle. But what I need to do is figure out how this thing works. So this, as you can see, it rotates basically all the way through. So these two pieces should meet in somewhere in the middle. What's happening right now is that the nozzle was all the way in, which it should not be. So the nozzle needs to have just a tiny gap, I think, and then tighten the other one down, and then kind of move them until they're both the same, like motorcycle. Like that, basically. So this piece piece needs to be adjusted like this, sitting like this, and then actually let's loosen it a little bit. Full turn that, and then this piece, let's tighten down. That. Ow, wait, what? So, I don't know what's going on here, but like, it's kind of what I wanted. Seems like there's still some kind of gap. I don't know. I don't know, why is it getting tighter or not? I don't understand. It's like not, it's like doing neither. I can only guess that this piece is rotating separately from the piece inside, which I don't think is good. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. As you can see, this piece has like a gap in it. Oh, jeez. I don't really understand how. Oh, I need a better camera angle. So this thing like rotates or something? Okay, so this is not quite what I imagined a metal hot end to look like, but it looks like this piece just goes in and then it like screws or doesn't screw into the other piece. Well, I mean, looks like it has something that screws. I don't understand. I can't actually see. Oh, I think I know what it's supposed to do. I think this screw, this black screw, is the one that's supposed to define where it sits. So I have to basically put it like this. Oh, I don't know, why is it, like, shouldn't this be all the way up? Or should there be a gap? I don't know. It's that piece of PTF. Let's see what happens when we put this in. Like, does it just go infinitely? Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't think that's good. So this piece needs to go in. And then this PTFE tube comes down and connects them, I would guess, on the inside. And it sits in here. So it can be something like this, and then it should be fine. I'll actually be like this. So I'm gonna guess that these two should be flush. So something like that. And then just need a little Allen key to tighten this piece. Now I got the freaking PTFE tube stuck in this thing. Okay, so this goes in like this. Find the it is, but I'm gonna assume it's this. Cool, and then we just like line it up the best we can, and then tighten it. Oops, I just dropped the key. Like working through my camera because it's so I can get the best light. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't think it actually matters if it is or not. I think does matter is that this is tight, which I think it is. Now, does that look crooked to you? I think it's crooked in a different axes. See what I mean? These two faces don't quite look like they line up. Which is like really bothering me. Okay. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get with this. So I don't know if this is the next step, but this has to go here, like this. So this has to come off. And I don't think they provided me any pieces to attach it with. I could be wrong, but it looks like they just gave me Allen keys. They didn't give me screws, unless it's from a different bag, which is possible. But whatever. Okay, let's find out how this comes off. I'm assuming it's these keys here. Alright, so let's disconnect the tube. Oh shoot, I forgot that there's stuff in there. Well, that's fine. Why don't we just pull this old stuff all the way out? Anyways. This stuff's probably stuck in there because it's melted to it, so just give up on that. We have a replacement OEM one anyways, so who cares? The only problem is that these cables go all the way up in there. It's just gonna be annoying because I don't think I can feed them like out separately. So cable management on this is gonna be a little bit wonky, which is a shame because the Ender 3 has pretty good cable management from factory. So here's our first. It's actually quite the long screw. And it's got a washer on it, so it's important to remember. And here's the next one. The whole assembly's gonna fall, and that's fine. And here's the next screw with the washer. So I might need both hands for this next bit. you sit there. So, yeah, so this whole assembly, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this wire. I don't even know how the thermistor comes out, but it's just in there forever now, I guess. Oh, I know how it comes out. Thought about this for a sec. So actually, this tube is kind of annoying because I kind of need to remove it if I want to get this thing out, or I have to cut all these zip ties at least. Okay, well I'm gonna have to do some more invasive things here, I think. So let me have a good place for this stuff as I'm working on it. No. Nope, not there either. Okay, so I need to put this in. Put this thingy in my in the thing I just assembled basically into this. And the only way to do that is to move those black screws on the inside to loosen them up, which I'm sure is the same way that this one works, except I can't get to the black things because this is green insulation. So, yeah, just gonna have to hold on there. Hold out. Actually, don't even know. Don't even know if, oh, it must be the same Allen key. No, it looks smaller. Yeah, it's definitely smaller. So, don't know how far out they need to come. Probably not that much. So just pull them out. Then take this piece, put it in on this side, and move the thermistor out of the way. Uh-oh, where'd that black screw go? Oh no! I lost one. Let's put this in there like that so that they both go in. Something like that. I don't know. Not sure how the thermistor is supposed to go in. Or how far. Hopefully that doesn't kink the wires or anything. Yeah, so that's gone in. Let's go in all the way. And we tighten this. Okay, then we find the other black screw. It's very tiny, so it could be anywhere, including on me. Ugh. I might have to cannibalize it from the other things. This freaking hair, get out of here. Oh, wait, I think I found it. Yeah, got it. So, if I can put it back in, that's the other question. And I got it backwards, of course. This is one very, very tough thing to be working with. What the heck are the ones on the other side is a good question. Are they for holding the thermistor? Because if so, then this has to come... not all the way out. At least partially out. Then I can squeeze that thermistor in there. I think. I don't know. Did I just destroy the thermistor? I probably did. I probably just destroyed the thermistor. That's not a good sound. Oh, man. God damn it. Alright, well, guess this plan is no go. No go. I will have to replace that thermistor at some point, and you do that hot end plan later. Well, thought that might not be a good idea. Although that's exactly what that was for, which is the stupidest thing. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to use this thermistor somehow. Now the question is, I'm going to use this whole hot end. Probably might as well. Yeah, just going to do that. It's already hooked up, so let's not touch anything and just hope that it works. Okay, well, in order to get this to work, we need to somehow route these wires, and attaching this will be the easy part. Route the wires, hook up the PTFE tube. That's going to be the easy bit, I guess. Yeah. So now we come back to this. How are we going to remove this crap from within this thing, this mess? I think the only way to do it is to destroy some zip ties here. But we didn't need that PTFE tube anyways. So it's even kind of warped. Yeah. So that's done. So now can I pull these wires through this tubing? That might be a difficult task. I might have to go the other way. So in order to go the other way, I'm going to have to remove this, I don't know, Teflon, whatever the hell this stuff is. So I guess I'm just going to do this, really. Don't have a better plan. This stuff is like taped. It's not just taped on here, it's like glued on here. It's awful. Look. It's like... Oh no. Don't tell me. There's no, gosh. There's no little screw thingy. What the heck? So how is this thermistor even attached? I don't understand. I don't want to clip it. I guess I'm clipping it. Oh, I found it. It was at the bottom. Well, clipped. You've been clipped. You've been snipped. You've been destroyed. Shouldn't have done that, I guess. Whatever. This thing is bust. So, all right, now we're gonna feed the thermistor and the hot-end heating tubes up and out. And really, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull them through here, which is not really the ideal way to do this. Because look, I'm taking the blue and red wire with it. Oh shoot, and this wasn't even attached properly. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Wasn't related to my issue though. But it probably would have. Even if I had it working, it probably would have still been a problem. Where is my screwdriver? Oh, it's underneath. Okay, so this thing go up there. This has to. Oh, let's push this out of the way. This thing needs to come off. And I think that this cable is dragging the other ones along with it because it's somehow, they're somehow attached still. Don't want them to be, separate. I can't really show you what I'm doing here because it's like kind of stupid. Like I basically need to cut this. Cable essentially is what I need to do. I have to put this down and deal with this. I think I have to cut this cable here. This cable tie. I think it's providing all that friction, keeping those wires together. Oh, but there's also like tape. There's like a tape here. There's that tape, like it's like taped together almost. And that's also providing a lot of friction. Whatever. Just want to get this done. Oh no. I don't think it's going to come all the way through because it's like... Nope, got it. Alright, this is now its own separated thing. Done. Okay, I'm going to throw this to the side for now. Right, now let's attach this new one. First we're going to just screw it in, and then we will, I guess, make sense of it later. And it's these really long threads, so this goes like that. And I need, I think it's this one. Okay, then these wires will run with these other wires out. So I'm gonna put them back here. We're not gonna try and shove them through this Teflon. I think that's a bad idea. So instead, we're just gonna reattach this. Something like this. Ah. Come on. Stupid. Oh no. Fell in here like a jerk. I'm gonna have to put the camera down to do this. You know what I'm doing. Just putting this screw on. Get this a little bit. And then, oh, jeez. So the other one should be easy. Oh, I'm gonna drop the hex nuts. Okay, so the one is on like kind of halfway. So I'll put the next one on. Kind of glad I don't have beer while I'm doing it. So this is on. We got these wires running. So they go back here. They're on a tangled mess. And we have to route them all the way through the back somehow. And into the motherboard. Wire at a time. But I won't. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm basically just routing those wires under and through and into the motherboard cavity. Okay. Okay. So we actually got them here. All three of them. Now you can see this kind of tangle of other wires, and that's because the wires in here are not like as slack as they were before, so I'm gonna try and tighten those up, I guess. Just like that. Just leaves a lot of slack in this line now, but that's okay. I think that's how it was before. Okay, so now what I should do is tie wrap these together so that I know how much I play out with. So I'm just gonna do that quickly. I have these small zip ties, which are all I need. Actually from the TiVo. Funny enough, I use TiVo zip ties on the Ender 3 and Ender 3 zip ties on the TiVo. Zip ties, stay zipping. There we go. Okay, so one zip tie to get all those together there. And up by the actual wire thingy, nylon. So another one up there. And you probably do two more towards the back. So follow, sit still. Follow the wire. Do one up here. And then one like down here. Or here, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Probably should do even more than this. Okay, for the most part satisfied with that. I could probably do one or two more, but that'll be good for now. So no, so let's do the easy one first. Just gonna cut the fan plug. Now, the fact that the temp sensor wasn't working does actually lead me to suspect that it was the temp sensor that fried the board, which I think is what I kind of thought about last time. But I thought it was the bed temperature sensor. Anyways, that should be in there pretty good. It's about as good as the other ones, I guess. Yeah, so now just these two, so just gonna pull these little tabby thingies off. I don't know. Like half split wire is kind of weird. And I'm gonna put these in. So my setup's not quite the same as last time, so I'm just gonna do this. Although I think about it, I could use the lights, so. Get out of here. weird. This doesn't go in all the way. What is up with the end of this tube? It's all messed up. Maybe this did not. Maybe this tube ain't any good. I might have to take that off. You know what? Let me just finish what I was doing. Alright, so theoretically, doesn't matter where these two go. Yeah, here. So a little bit messy now with all the other wires. But one just goes in. This hole. Come on. This is really frustrating. Come on. Why don't you want to go in? This is so simple. There we go. I think I got it. Okay, pulling on it seems tight. Time for the second one. This wire's gonna go. Same story, come on. There we go. And I gotta tighten it, sorry. Sec. Okay, with the camera in the way. Alright. So that's also tight. So these two are tight. These two are good. You can see I have quite a bit of slack here. So I'm going to pull that through. Just pull it through like that. Don't really like how it crosses over these other wires, but yeah, not something I can fix right now. Okay, before I close it up, I should just test to make sure everything here is working. Get this crap out of the way. It's basically garbage at this point. So the only thing left is this PTFE tube, which is not going in all the way. I don't know why, but I mean, it's not really a big deal if I have to replace the PTFE tube. I think I have some nicer tubing as well. It just has to go all the way left and all the way right, which I think you can do. But it could be a issue in here. This tubing is so slippery. That's the problem. Let go of my tube. shaking the whole thing trying to get this stupid tube out. I can't. I'm gonna have to loosen that. This connection. Trying to figure out why it doesn't want to come out. Of course, I turned it the wrong way the first time. So, come on. Me. Lies. Tell me sweet little lies. I don't see what could be wrong with it. Maybe it just doesn't go in as far as I thought. Funny. It's like nothing wrong with it this whole time. No, it's definitely stuck. I can't move it, even just like. This thing's supposed to depress and then release. It's not doing that at all. Ugh. Alright, well, here's our alternate solution. We have here, like the blue tubing, and it seems that the length of blue tubing we have left from our TiVo Tornado is, I'd say, just a little bit more than what we need. So we're going to cut, say, 1 inch off each side, and I'll have to be right back to do that because I don't want to use side cutters. I want to use a proper knife. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to go do that. Well, I honestly don't feel like that was the smoothest of cuts, so I'm going to redo that. So it doesn't really look like it's parallel. Yeah. Alright, that was definitely better, but edge doesn't look nearly as smooth. So, yeah, you can see the edge doesn't really look smooth, so I'm going to use this side. Actually, I'm going to use the replacement piece that I have here. I'm going to use the replacement part that they gave me, because I feel like just as many of the spare parts give me the best chance for something to go right. So Here we are. There we go. Felt like that went further in as well than the other one was going, so let's just hope that that was our solution. And now we're gonna screw it back in. I should get a proper wrench. Do I have a proper size wrench for this? Hopefully this one. Yes, perfect. All right. There we go. Okay, put this in here. Push it all the way down. Okay, and then this, really this should be hooked up to this. So I'm gonna undo these zip ties, I guess. I think you can undo zip ties, right? The thing. Just gotta remember what side you do that from. I think it's this side. But you need like a third hand to freaking do this. One hand pushes it up, and the other hand has to like do the unzipping motion. There we go. I got it. Oh, I didn't get it all the way though. Rip. There we go. That's one. And oh, I just tightened it. Wrong way. But now. Come on. Alright. Okay. So I got the one. Here's the other one. It's gonna go on like this. So it should be nice and tight. And I have one more to undo. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Undoing zip ties is a pain. Honestly, it's simple. It's not like something new that I have to learn to do like half of this stuff. last one. Undone. And then just gonna attach it to. Probably gonna put one more zip tie on the tube because the tube is actually really good structural support for all these wires. So one more zip tie on the tube, one more zip tie on the tube, one more zip tie on the tube. A tube of a tube of a tube. Okay. I'm gonna zip tie down here, or else these wires are gonna end up getting caught in the freaking bed, which would be really bad. I think. Okay. All right. So this, I think, is now done. Everything's attached. Everything's should be working. I've been tested. I mean, I didn't really test the heater, to be honest, before I plugged it in, but I'm really hoping that it's just a wire. So let's just power it on. I mean, if it short circuits, it short circuits. What can I say? Is this the wire? No, it's not the wire. Where's the wire? There we go. Thought it was this way. Yep. Creality3D.cn. Okay. I'm gonna hope that that's a good. Prepare. Preheat. Let's auto home first. Good. Pretty happy about that. Control. Motion. No, it's not motion. It's prepare. Move axes. 1 millimeter. Z axes. And then prepare. Preheat PLA. $185. The bed's not heating. Oh, the extruder is heating. I want to preheat the bed too. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe it preheats the bed after it preheats the nozzle, or maybe it just doesn't preheat the nozzle for PLA. Start doing a little bit of cleanup while we're waiting. So keep this. I have 2 spare nozzles, which is good. Some tools. I'm gonna need that Allen keys to put the fan cover back on. I feel like I should move these because this is not going to want to close properly. But it's at 185, so I don't know why I went down to 179. I want to touch the nozzle, obviously. Okay. So let's turn this baby off. Oh, you know what? That's not right. I don't want to turn it off. I want to cool it down. And then I want to turn it off. Forgot. So let's just go to prepare, cool down, and it should cool us down slowly. And then when we cool down, then we'll power it off. And yeah, so it seems that we're good. I'm gonna put this back together and clean up while it's cooling down. And basically, we're gonna hope that we can actually do a print on the Ender 3 without it blowing up. That would be the best. So I have this fake Lexar card. I think I had, oh, I don't have a chip in there. Actually no, where my other micro SD card went. So maybe I was wrong. I guess the question is, do I have another micro SD card? I don't think so, actually. What the heck happened here? So I have this other octopi, but it like overheated or something. I'm not really sure what happened to it, and it basically just stopped working. So I was hoping that, I don't know, just letting it sit would reset something internally, but I honestly have no clue, and I don't have another power cable. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to use the octopi for printing. I could steal a power cable from the other one, I guess. Just plug it in, see what happens. And the SD card. But let's just try the power. No response whatsoever. Not even light. Oh wait, I think I actually unplugged the power for the SD card. That might have been what this was. For the octopi. Come on. Okay, now we'll see if this is an octopi works or not. Okay, red light. Red light's good. Red light means there's power. Question is, does it read an SD card? That was the problem I was having. So it would turn on, but it wouldn't read an SD card. Because if it does read an SD card, then that means I just need to go buy a second SD card, which I should be able to do tomorrow. Easily enough. You know what? I completely forgot. So as you can see, it's not reading the SD card. So that's the problem with this Octopi. I don't, or this Raspberry Pi. I don't really know why. I'm just gonna hope that my real Raspberry Pi still works. After putting the SD card in that one. So yeah, you can see TiVo Tornado works just fine with the Octopi that's in there, but I don't think it will work with that one. I mean, I could plug it in. I didn't actually see the green light come on for that one. I don't know if I can see it through the red PLA. I'm pretty curious to do a test print with this thing, but I guess the only way I can do that is through USB. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Looks like we are basically cooled down to room temperature, so we'll turn this off. Once we think it's actually off, then we will put this on. And this is the thing I kind of worried about, is that these wires are not conducive to it closing, but you know, whatever. Whatever, I do what I want. What the heck? Oh, this thing going. Might need all those pliers go. I got this screw, like, stupid. I think I have at least one spare screw from the motherboard, but I don't know where the other spare screw is from. That's me a little concerned. Okay. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. Looks like everything's working. I don't have the spare SD card to print with, which is kind of weird because SD card reader somewhere. I have this full-size SD card, and this is the one that was supposed to go with the TiVo, and it the TiVo SD card reader doesn't work, like actually doesn't work, because it's not shielded. So there's a little USB converter somewhere. I think I put it with the printer so that I would remember, but now I don't know where it is. Let's just leave it there. Specifically put it somewhere to remember you to use it. Just disappeared. Can you? Oh, found it. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. This is it. This is the little SD card with the SD card USB. So let's see what's on it. First of all, I don't remember. It should just be all the stock Ender stuff and a bed leveling test, which is gonna be like pretty important. Stop sliding. Jeez. Yeah. We have a benchy, we have a test dog, we have a bed leveling test, XYZ test. Okay, good. So I was right. Extract this. And should just be able to put the SD card, I think it's upside down, in the SD card slot reader. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. It's right side up. Ugh. Okay. Now let's turn on the printer. Everything still starts as normal. It's good. I don't actually have my roll of PLA. But actually I cannibalized my filament holder. It's over there, so I'm going to have to get that back. Yeah. Pop this out too. Move this up. Oh. Put this in there. Haha, first mod complete. Cannibalized from the TiVo. Because where else would it come from? Yeah. So let's see. Turn from SD card. Okay, so this is level calibration, level test. I don't know what that means. I think I have these files saved though. Somewhere. It's 11 p.m. Testdog.gcode is the only one I actually have, so I'm assuming that's supposed to be the one. I don't know why the bed's heating to 45 degrees. Seems like a random number. I'm hoping this is the one that just helps me figure out the bed leveling, which means I need a card or paper, a piece of paper. So I have this crappy, I don't even know what this is from. Just some piece of paper. It's pretty gunked up with filament and stuff though. I don't know if I have a clean piece of paper anywhere. Alright, so it heated the bed to 45 degrees. Now it's going to heat the nozzle to 200. I need some water. Oh, nice cold coffee. Sure you can hear that. So that is the machine going to the bed level location. So I'm gonna take my piece of paper, stick it under there, and this I basically need 2 hands for. But I'm gonna raise it until just before it touches. I'm gonna come around again. Okay, so I've done front left, back left. I'm gonna do back right, front right. Just kind of a weird order to do it in, I think. Wow, this one was really far down. Whoa. This isn't coming up any higher. That's weird. Why is that? I can only guess it's because this front right one is not high enough. Which it's definitely not. Now let's go back to the start, which might be way too low now. Okay. That wasn't actually that bad. I have to clip the I have to clip the zip ties. This Hotend's making that new printer smell. let's just do it again. Oh, it does the test. Let's see. Okay, well, stop the card. SD card. Let's do that again. Actually, before we do that, let's get our. Yeah, so we're basically ready to print. Let's prepare by preheating PLA and prepare the Z. So move axis, move 1 millimeter, move Z. I'm just gonna move it up. Let's get our filament here. I don't know. This is basically a no-name brand. So we're gonna. It's from a local store, a local electronics store, but it's like a Chinese brand. And they're a Chinese store, I guess. I don't know. Not bad guys. I bought my second Raspberry Pi from them because I already had the power cable, so I thought, well, I don't really need a second whole kit, and I need this now, so I'll just buy it locally. So anyways, this is the stuff. Premium quality filament from Hotend. English PLA. Dutch PLA. Is it a Dutch thing? Made in China? I don't understand. Professional border e-commerce company. Okay, whatever. None of this stuff is even checked off, so I don't even know. I really hope it's PLA, or I'm gonna be in tough trouble here. It doesn't even look like a clean roll. I see like black specks in it. So. And I don't see any desiccant. So that's probably no good. Oh. It did expand when the air got let in, so it's a somewhat airtight. There's a very strange smell to it. Oh, there's 2 bags of desiccant in it. Oh, I was wrong. My bad. It's all good. Yeah. So Hotend. I actually didn't show you the front of the box. The front of the box looks like that. Did it just flip the? 5-star, 100%. Contact. Yeah. So basically, all I know about this is that it's 1 kilogram of 1.75 transparent PLA. That's really all I know. That was about $30 Canadian, so not so bad. But as I said, I'm gonna need that piece over there. Over there. Oh, I mean that. Oh, jeez, I dropped the wall of filament already. I'm glad my downstairs neighbors are on vacation. Alright, so we have to take this cannibalized piece and I'm gonna unplug this as well. I like the spool holder. To be honest, I guess I printed with bad settings and it's totally warped, but the printed spool holder I have is really holding up well, and it has a nice sort of line to the filament holder. This omnidirectional filament guide is also not like quite as long as it's supposed to be, or I put it in the wrong place somehow, but there wasn't really any room for it anywhere. So, anyways, little silly things like that. So, take this off. It's just got some T-nuts at the bottom. We're gonna put it on here. Yeah. Yeah. Don't know how I'm gonna do this. Somehow, I guess. Ow. Oh, I'm gonna kink my neck doing that. I can't do that. Also, I hope this roller even fits on the spool holder, so let's see. Good, it's not too big. Alright, pretty happy about that. I don't think this little filament guide's gonna actually do anything for us. It will help the filament come off straight off the roll, I guess, but other than that, it's not really gonna do what I probably want it to. It's not really meant for this. It's not meant for the ender. So, just taking, stuff seems pretty flexible actually. So it seems pretty good. Let's cut it like that. And it's probably, I should not have cut it like that because now it is going to be intertwined in the roll in all bad ways. Yep. Yep. Oh, I found the spot. I think I fixed it. I think I might have actually done that myself. Anyways. So I'm not sure if I should use this little filament guide I printed, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Oh no. Oh, good thing that wasn't a filament guide. So it's kind of got this weird curve to it, which is maybe from putting it in the extruder. Probably. Oh, there we go. Don't know why it's not going through. I can't really turn the extruder gear by hand. I'm assuming there's some filament that's stuck. Move axes, 1mm extruder. Now I need to do stuff like calculate the E-steps and all that, but really I just want to see what the base printing is like. I'll actually have to pop that out. I have to wait for the extruder to clear. So there's the filament. It is rubbing on the Z screw a bit, which is not so nice. And yeah, it's coming pretty slowly. I don't know if the screw tightness is, the extruder tightness is good yet. Might not be. I would think it's gone through, but it's moving so slowly. Okay, let's see if at least the jam is clear. Okay, looks like it's fine. So what I'm doing now is I'm just pushing filament through. And I kind of need to not have the extruder tight to do this. Okay, I think I'm at the nozzle. Yeah. I can actually see a little bit of it coming out of the nozzle now, so that's probably perfect. Just gonna clear that and just a tiny bit of oozing. Basically nothing. Alright, so we're gonna print from SD card again. We're gonna do our bed leveling test. It's gonna go to, well, it's gonna heat up to the temperature it wants to print, and then it's gonna do all the four corners again. We're gonna basically wipe off the nozzle, and yeah, so we should actually have a bed print in a few minutes here. Yeah. And that's funny, now I have to print all of the mods for the Ender 3, which reminds me that I need to print the mods for the TiVo, which reminds me that I need to go finish painting something that I left outside in the rain. Oh well. Whoopsie. I'm not sure what that looks like. What's going on here? Why is this so much? What? What's happening? Is it too hot and it's like melting or something? I don't understand. Stop. Okay, so it homed. Now it's gonna do the thingy. I'm gonna assume that's right. It's a little too tight, I think. I want resistance, but not too much. I don't know if I should have paper under there when it goes down or not. It's actually perfect. I wanted it. It's also about perfect, I think. So this is very tight comparatively. That's about right. My roommate's not home because this is gonna be annoying. This time of night. Alright, I think that's done. So hopefully this does the print and does not burn the machine. Alright, this thing definitely needs dampeners, because I remember this is as loud as my TiVo Tornado first was. So something's not right over there. This level is not, it's not high enough, I guess. There we go, that one works. Of course, these are just the settings that came with the G-code, so I have no clue if this is going to be right for this PLA, but I guess it doesn't really matter when it's doing a bad moving test. That didn't look so good. Maybe it's too high now. Ah, it happened here, the same thing. What the heck? But this time it happened like the opposite spot. What would cause that? It's too close? Can't really get that one. That one looks like it might be perfect. Except for right at the end there. What does that mean, Jason? What do the numbers mean, Jason? Maybe it's just filling. I don't know. Oh, this one looks like completely wrong. Oh, or completely good. I can't tell which. Yeah, I'm gonna say that that's probably a sign that the bed is just a touch too high. Because when I lowered the bed mid-print, it fixed it. So, alright, we're gonna wait for a cooldown, and then, I don't know how long that dog test print takes, but I'm pretty curious about that. This part seems loose. This part seems good. This part's pretty loose. So, it could be that it was too high. I'm not sure. Oh. It's weird that in the center. Ooh, I hope that doesn't indicate that I have a warped bed or something like that. Doesn't seem that way to me. But you never know. Could even be this this protection I put underneath. It should be flat all the way around though. Alright, we're gonna get that cool. I think that'll be the end of this. I gotta go get that thing that's in the rain and go from there, I guess. Thanks for joining me.